We're talking about Star Wars Andor. And it looks like Tony Gilroy unpacks Andor episode 4. He talks about Mon Mothma, and he says, Mon Mothma is a Nancy Pelosi character. Okay. All right. Aside from the insanity of that statement, does anyone know who Nancy Pelosi is? All right.
I'm sure most people do, yeah.
Okay, so do you know what, so she's a rep, right? And
she's a congresswoman, yes.
And
she's the leader of the Democrats in Congress, right?
Right, and her state is what state?
It's California.
It's California, right?
Yes.
12 congressional district. And
yes, by the way, that's San Francisco.
San Francisco, right? Which is one of the worst. San Francisco is so bad right now. Look, Nancy Pelosi hasn't even stepped foot in this state in like since like the 2016 election. Anyways, she is not. If you're trying to compare a character to a good or liberal Democrat that you like, you wouldn't pick this person.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Okay, no, that's not true, because if you're a Democrat liberal, then you love Nancy Pelosi.
How? She doesn't do anything of value.
Because, well, not according. Listen, you're trying to be reasonable. Just knock it off. Okay, it's not reasonable to be on the left, the far left, or the far right. It's just not reasonable at all. And in fact, from a political standpoint, this is what frustrates me about this, Brian. I'm watching this movie or this show, Andor. I'm getting through the first 3 episodes, and I'm like, I don't know if I like it. Oh, kind of slow. I'm not sure. And then Tony comes out with his thing, and he's like, yeah, so I want to read you the exact words that he's got here. Because it takes a little bit of time to get into it. They wait a little while to
drop the news,
break it out here.
You know what's funny is too when I saw the Mon Mothma key art, like the art leading up to the episode, I was like, you know, she sort of looks like a young Hillary Clinton. Like she had that vibe.
I mean, that's kind of what you're talking about here, right?
I mean, they should have said Hillary then. Nancy Pelosi just doesn't do much.
No, there's a reason why he said Nancy though, and let me. Yeah, so here it is. So he says, this is what he says. The question they asked is, Mon Mothma shows up in episode 4. What can you tell us about where she's at now in her own rebel journey? And Tony says, anyone who follows the canon, she's sort of a Nancy Pelosi character, isn't she? Like he asked the question. She's kind of trying to do good or whatever she's trying to do, and she's losing. I mean, I don't know. She's a powerful presence in the Senate, but she's facing defeat after defeat after defeat as the empire is taking over here. She's always presented as a very proper and sober and perfectly put together all the time in canon, and it just seems that it was such a perfect opportunity to say, well, what's really going on behind here? So basically, just to break this down for you guys, Tony just said that the Republicans are the empire. That's exactly what he just said.
Did he though? Because she's working for. It's almost like I don't know.
No, she's not working for. No. What he said was, she's trying to do good, but she's being beat. She's being beat, right? She's losing. Being defeated.
The way he's
like Nancy Pelosi.
It's like Nancy Pelosi, because Nancy Pelosi just loses over and over and over again.
Because he's specifically talking about when Trump was president. Right. She was.
Of course, we're talking about Trump. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is what frustrates me. I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. I don't care. Nancy Pelosi carries a special evil in Brian and I's hearts because she's ruined the state of California over the past 35 years.
Yeah.
Okay. She's really been a part of ruining this state. Okay. And it's frustrating and really can't stand her for it.
Yeah. It's not for us. It's not even a Republican or Democrat thing. It's a Californian thing.
It's a California thing.
Her and her entire family run this state, and they've ran this state for 60 years, and it's horrible.
Yeah. And honestly, anything she's doing at a national stage, she's really doing nothing. Like there's nothing happening up there. None of the politicians are accomplishing anything.
They don't accomplish it.
She's actively destroying California.
Yeah. So every politician's job is just to get elected the next time, right? But she's actively putting people in power that are her family members and sucking the life out of the state of California without actually offering anything in return.
Right. Her nephew is the governor.
Right.
Gavin Newsom is her nephew.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah. So,
but the average person doesn't know that because they have different last names. Oh.
I know. So, but anyways, the point is, it doesn't matter what politics you are. Here's the problem. I go to watch Andor episode 4, and as soon as Mon Mothma pops up, I go, damn it. Because now I'm only thinking about Nancy Pelosi's face as I'm watching this. And I'm like, dang it. I watch Star Wars and everything else that we watch to get away from this craziness that's going on in politics in our world. Right. The last thing I need is these dumb showrunners, these idiot writers letting us know that, listen, we're thinking about politics when we're creating these people, and I'm a Democrat, by the way, or I'm a Republican. Well, actually, nobody says they're a Republican because that would be wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm a Democrat, and this is Nancy Pelosi, and isn't she the poor woman just went over to Taiwan even though she shouldn't have, and almost got China to blow up the United States because she doesn't give a shit, and everything else going on around here because Nancy Pelosi's got it all figured out. And she's eating ice cream and shit like that. So, anyways, enough of that. I just want you to know that Andor is semi-ruined every time I see Mon Mothma because now it's Nancy Pelosi and she looks like her. Come on, guys. Tony, don't act like you didn't do it on purpose. She looks like her with the haircut.
As you were sitting there ranting, I just imagine her face getting closer and closer and closer to the screen.
I mean, come on. See, they look like her. Can you show Mon Mothma for a second?
Yeah.
Real quick? I think it's on here. Let's show. Look, go back and forth. Mon Mothma.
Let me get it.
She's the top of the story. And then Nancy. If you could just.
I was actually pretty excited to see Mon Mothma too.
I was too, because the character is like a rebel legend.
Yeah.
Right? But and she may still be, but now I'm just thinking of American politics.
Yeah, there's Mon Mothma.
Time to go and show the picture of the article we just did. The article at the top. There we go. That picture. Now go to Nancy. Yeah.
No, wrong one.
Nope. Yeah. There. All right.
Boom. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
I mean, I can see it.
Oh, who does she look like? Little bob haircut. Right.
I mean,
so they did that on purpose.
I mean, to be fair though, I mean, I can see it being a younger Mon Mothma too from the movie.
What?
Like when you look at that character, I can see that being a younger version of the character that we are aware of.
I get it, but he said the name Nancy Pelosi. He says he sees her as Nancy Pelosi. So when he created her, that's who he has in his mind politically.
Yeah, just so you guys know, it's always a good idea for you just to stop bringing politics into things that aren't even political. It's so weird.
Just shut up. Shut up and make your show. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut up.
I'm watching you.
I don't care what your political persuasion is. And in fact, I prefer not to know, because if I like you and you start saying stupid things, I'm not going to like you anymore.
Mexican Iron Man Super Chat. I am on the South Carolina watching a hurricane approach, and leaving California last year was the best decision ever.
Hail Mexican stormtroopers.
And he also said, good job,
well
Shane.
said.
Now all I see is Pelosi.
I know, right? I'm sorry if you guys tuned in and now you didn't know this article was out there. Now we have now ruined you, and now we are part of the problem. I'm so sorry.
It's our fault. It's all our fault. Imagine if someone in Hollywood was like you said that no one admits they're Republican, right? Because like that's a cancellation thing. I could just see
afraid.
like, yeah, I'm actually a Republican, and then it just stops. Account just canceled. This account was removed for multiple infractions.
It's funny. I mean, like if you guys probably know, Brian and I are we're pretty much libertarian.
Yeah. And
not saying that we follow any sort of philosophical policy. We just believe in freedom.
Here's how this is how we're libertarian. We don't care.
Well, yeah, we don't care. That's a good way of putting it. We want everybody to be able to do their own thing and mind their own business. So this whole these Republicans and these Democrats are just driving me crazy. Specifically in California, though, the Democrats are just destroying us, and frustrates me living here.
It's so bad in California, guys. Oh my God.
It was Princess Leia AOC. That'll be the next show. The article came out yesterday, Dork Night.
I actually think AOC is hilarious. I don't know anything about her politics, or do I care, but her social media posts just make everyone lose their minds, and they're always so benign because she's not actually suggesting anything that's possible or even deep. It's always like super surface level. Like, guys, I think that we should just like everyone, like everyone's cool. And you're like, yeah, but then I
hate you.
And that's why I hate these. And like the first comment's like, you suck.
Well, that's what happened. It's people have been relegated to their character. It's like the same thing they do to Trump. They do to AOC. They got these evil figures on each side.
And then she got caught. This is the best one. She got caught. She had a picture on Instagram where she's like looking through a fence at like the Mexican border detainees.
Mm-hmm.
But then
I remember that one. That was hilarious.
Someone took a picture of her taking a picture, and she was just like looking through at a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, she was like at a parking lot somewhere, and they were like setting up as her looking through to Mexico.
That was hilarious.
But no one ever says anything. It's just whatever.
Like she posted, and the first comment was like, dude, that was a Walmart parking lot. Like, it's so good. Anyways. Yeah, Trump has cleared the Jabba the Hutt. Oh, sure.
Well, like I said, this is politics.
And Mike Pence is that little guy on the top.
Yeah, politics will make you grow old fast. I'm just going to stay away from it.
Yeah, politics.
Anyways, so that's why I don't want them in my entertainment. That's why I get so frustrated.
Yes. All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button on the way to the comment section. Let us know who you voted for. No, don't do that.
Don't tell them.